Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we will configure L3 switch and also we will configure the different VLANs and we will see how they talk to each other. Okay, so let's start. So for that, I have taken as one topology which consisting of a two layer 3 switches. Also, I am using two L2 switches and some end devices I am using. So I'm just now connecting the devices one by one to our end switch. Then I will connect this our L2 switch to our L3 switch. So in this way, I will connect all our devices and we will do the network setup. I will mention the interfaces also here. So you can see now the interfaces are also you can visible. So suppose this laptop I will mention is of a VLAN 10 and this is of VLAN 20. This one again is from VLAN 10 and this laptop is from VLAN 20. Hence, I will create a two department here. VLAN 10 department for a I will mention as a IT department. This one will be our HR department. This one also our HR department. Sorry, IT department. And this one will be our HR department. Okay. Now we will configure our first of all layer 2 switch. So first of all, I will note down the commands here on L2 switch. Okay, so first of all, I will configure L2 switch. I will take first switch 1 here. Now I will give enable command, then configuration terminal command to enter into the configuration terminal mode. So here you can see there are two VLANs I will be creating. So that is VLAN 10 and I will give the name for first VLAN as a IT. Then I will create a second VLAN, VLAN 20, and I will give the name as a HR for this VLAN. Now you can see the two interfaces FA01 and FA02. So I will add these interfaces in the VLANs. Okay. So first interfaces you can see FA01. FA01 it is in the VLAN 20. So I will mention switch port access VLAN 20. And second interface FA02 you can see it is for a VLAN 10. So I will add this interface FA02 in VLAN 10. So I will mention switch port access VLAN 10. Okay. So this is the configuration of the end devices that I will add the into our switches. Now there is also one port which is FA03 and this is a trunk port. So also I will add this trunk port into the switch. So this interface is FA03 and for that adding into the trunk port I will give the command switch port mode trunk. So this is the configuration that we will do in a switch. So similarly that configuration we will do in our second switch also. So I will just copy and paste the commands again here. Just confirm that our interfaces are same or not. Only the interfaces are different. Here you can see for a VLAN 10, it is FA02. So for a VLAN 10, it is FA02, okay. And for a VLAN 20, the interface is FA03. So for VLAN 20, I will mention here FA03. And for a switch port mode trunk, you can see the interface. Our trunk interface is FA01. So here I will mention the trunk port as a FA01. So that's it. Remaining things are same. So now I will just enter this command in our layer 2 switch. In first layer switch, first L2 switch, I will go into the CLI mode and just I will paste the commands. So after pasting the commands, if you want to see whether the devices are added into the VLANs or not, so just check by one command, show VLAN brief. So here you can see our two VLANs, IT and HR are created. VLAN 10 is of IT and VLAN 20 is for HR. And also the interfaces also we have added FA02 is for IT and FA01 is for HR. You can also see here FA01 that is we have added for HR and FA02 that we have added in a VLAN 10. So similarly also we have added the trunk port FA03 also. So if you want to see the trunk status, so type show interface trunk. So you can see FA03 also gets added, okay, in this switch, okay, L2 switch. Similarly, we will configure our second L2 switch. So I will just configure this command, copy this command. So I will just here mention on SW2 switch, okay, just to remember. So I have copied these commands and I will paste the second switch. So I will go into the CLI mode and I will just paste the commands. Okay. Similarly, here also, if you want to see if the VLANs which we have created, so again type show VLAN brief. So here also you can see our two VLANs which we created, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20 for IT and HR department, and FA02 is the port which we have added into the VLAN 10. You can see here, and for VLAN 20 we have added FA03 port. You can see here. Okay, and if you want to see the trunk port is FA01. You can see. So I will check by the command show interface trunk. So you can see here FA01 port. Okay, it is added. Status is in the trunking. Okay. Now we have configured the L2 switch. Now we will configure the L3 switch. Okay, it is also known as a core switch, multi-layer switch. Okay, because it does the function of the routing also. So for that, I will give the IP addresses also to the end devices. Okay, suppose I am taking here two IP addresses, SVI IP addresses 192.168.10.1 and 192.168.20.1. Okay, and on this side, I will take two SVI IPs 192.168.10.2 and 192.168.20.2. Okay. Now I will add the IPs to the devices. So for example, for this laptop, I will give the IP from a VLAN 10, suppose 192.168.10.3, suppose. And for this VLAN 20, I will give 192.168.20.3. Okay. And for this laptop is of VLAN 10, so I will give the IP address as a 192.168.10.4. And for this laptop, I will give IP of VLAN 20, so which is 192.168.20.4. Okay, I am not giving the 20.3 here because 20.3 is already given. Okay, the 10.1 and 10.2 is already given, so I give 10.3 here. Similarly, 20.1 and 20.2 I already given here, so 20.3 and 20.4 I given to our laptop. Now I will just copy this IP. First of all, I will just type the commands of layer 3 switch. Okay. So layer 36. So first of all, I will use a core switch one, and I will type the commands for a core switch. So here also we will first of all enable, then we will type configure terminal to go into the previous configuration terminal mode. Then we will create a VLANs for a VLAN IT and HR department. So first VLAN is 10. The name of the VLAN is IT. Second VLAN is 20, and name for the VLAN that we are giving as HR. Now we will add the trunk port. Okay, trunk interfaces. There are two interfaces for L3 switch, which is FA01 and FA02. So I will add these interfaces as a trunk into our L3 core switch 1. So for that, I will mention the range interface range FA01 to 2, and then I will give the command switch port trunk encapsulation dot 1 q. Okay, and also I will give trunk command switch port mode trunk to add these interfaces into the switch as a trunk. Okay, so now I have added the trunk interfaces. Now I have to add this interfaces. I have to add this VLANs into our SVI. So I will mention first of all interface VLAN 10, and for interface VLAN 10 I will mention the IP address 10.1. So IP address 192.168.10.1, and subnet mask, it is a class C IP address, so subnet mask will be 255.255.255.0. Okay, here we will not give any no shut command because in interface, after giving interface VLAN 10, the ports will automatically turns into the up. It turns off. So no need to give no shut command here. Okay, similarly we will configure VLAN 20, and I will give the second IP address, which is 192.168.20.1. So I will note down here, and the subnet mask will be 255.255.255.0. Okay, that's it. So this is our configuration. Similarly, now I will just copy this configuration and I will paste. I will do the same for our second switch. Okay, only one thing will be different, that this interfaces IP will be only that gets changes. So that I will change here. So I will paste the command here, and I will just mention here on core switch 2. So here also for we are configuring for this switch. Okay, so for this switch the commands also all same. Only the one thing I will tell you, VLAN 10, here also we are creating VLAN 10 and for our IT department, and VLAN 20 for HR department. Then the interfaces range FA01 and FA02. You can see here two interfaces are connected to our layer 3 switch FA01 and FA02. So I have added this interface range FA01 to as a trunk. So switch port trunk encapsulation dot 1q and switch port mode trunk. Then there are two VLANs SVI I have created. So the IP only I will get a change here. So for interface VLAN 10, I will give the IP 192.168.10.2. Okay. And for a VLAN 20, I will give 192.168.20.2. So here I will just make a change one instead of one, I will put two here. Okay. So that's it. This is our configuration. And now I will just mention the IPs in our devices. So for this, I will mention IP as a 192.168.10.3, and subnet mask will automatically come, and the default gateway here for this uh, gateway, it is 192.168.10.1. So I will mention for VLAN 10 the gateway IP is 192.168.10.1. Okay, and for the another laptop which is of VLAN 20, So I will go into the IP configuration I will give the IP 192.168.20.3 subnet mask. It will automatically come over class C, and here sub default gateway I will be enter, which is 192.168.20.1 because it is of VLAN 20. So I will mention the gateway of VLAN 20, which is 192.168.20.1. Okay. Similarly, on this side also I will configure, I will give the IP addresses. So for this, the IP addresses are 10.4. Okay. So I will mention the IP as 192.168.10.4. Subnet mask is a class C. And for this laptop, it is of VLAN 10. And for VLAN 10, we have given the IP gateway IP is a 10.2. So I will mention IP 192.168.10.2. Okay, so don't confuse here. I have given for this VLAN 10, for this VLAN 10, I have given the IP as a 10.2. And for this VLAN 10, I have given the IP as a 10.1. You can see here. Both are even the VLAN 10, but their gateway IPs are different. Okay. Similarly, now I will give you the IP for this laptop also. So I will go into the desktop IP configuration. And for this is the IP is 20.4. Okay. So I will mention the IP as a 192.168.20.4 and subnet mask is 255.255.255.0 and default gateway it is of VLAN 20. So I will mention 192.168.20.2. So that's it. I have given the IPs in the end devices. Now I will just copy paste the command. So for core switch one, I will just copy the commands. And I will go on first core switch. I will go into the CLI mode. I will press no here and I will just paste our command. Okay. If you want to see our VLANs that which we have created, so type show VLAN brief. So you can see two VLANs which we created 10 for IT and VLAN 20 for HR. It is created and it is in active state. Okay, also we have created two interfaces FS01, FS02 as a trunk. So you can, if you want to see that, you can check here show interface trunk. So you can see our two interfaces FS01 and FS02 which we created for a switch layer 2, layer 3 switch. So you can see these two interfaces also gets added as a trunk. Okay. And also we have added 10.1 and 10.2 IP also in as a interfaces. To check these interfaces, I will just only simply type show IP interface brief. Okay. You will just give the space button and just you can see here two VLANs which we created and I have given the IPs VLAN 10 and VLAN 20, 10.1 and 20.1 IP and both are in the up state. Okay. So in this way we have configured switch core switch 1. Similarly, I will just configure switch core switch 2. So I will copy the commands of core switch 2 and I will just paste here. I will go into CLI mode and I will type no here and I will just paste the command here and that's it. Similarly, if you want to check, you can check in the same way that I checked in core switch 1. Okay. So now our last part is that we have to check if the same VLAN, this VLAN 10, this VLAN 10, if they are able to communicate, this VLAN 20 and this VLAN 20 are able to communicate. Also different VLANs like VLAN 10 and VLAN 20 are able to communicate within the same switch or a different switch. So let's find out. So first of all, if you try to ping 10.3 and 10.4, these are same VLAN, okay? VLAN 10. So just I will just click on first laptop. I will go to the command prompt and I will type the IP 10.4. Okay. 192.168.10.4. And you can see reply is coming, means packet is successful. Now I will try to ping VLAN 20's IP, which is 192.168.20.3. Okay, and wait for some moment. And let's see if we are able to ping it or not. So first packet is getting dropped, refresh timeout is coming. Second packet is also getting dropped. So you can see we are not able to ping. So the reason behind is that we have not enabled the routing here, because we know these are the different networks, 10.3 and 20.3. Here also 10.4 and 20.4. These are the different networks. And whenever different networks, if you want to communicate, if you want to ping, so in this case, we use a router. Okay. So, but in this case, we are not using any router. So instead of router, we are using a core switch, okay, or layer 3 switch. So layer 3 switch also has some functional, means it has also a routing functionality. Okay, so we will enable the routing here on both the switches. So for that, I will just add one command only on both the switches. So in core switch 1, I will give the command as a core IP routing. Similarly on core switch 2, also I will give this command IP routing. Okay, I will just copy and I will just paste this command in both the switches. Okay, I will go again into the configuration terminal mode and I will just paste the command IP routing. Okay, and similarly, I will go into our second core switch. I will go again into the configuration terminal mode and I will paste the command of IP routing. Okay, so that's it. Now let's try to ping the different VLANs. Okay, so now try to ping 10.3 and 20.3 and let's see if we are able to ping it or not. So I will just again ping 192.168.20.3 and wait for a moment. So you can see now reply is coming, means we are able to ping the different VLANs, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. Similarly, if we try to ping this VLAN 20's network also from this IP, so type the IP ping 192.168.20.4 and let's check. We should able to ping because we have given the command of IP routing in both the switches. So wait for a moment. Few packets go drop, and now later on you can see reply is coming. And if we ping the same IP again, and this time you will see all packets get sent, all packets are received, and there is a zero lost. Okay, means our ping is successful between the different VLAN. So that's it for today, and this is our configuration. And I hope you understand this video. And if you like this, please hit the like button and please subscribe for more such a networking tutorials. Thank you.